Hello, I'm Lisa Marie Falbo, one of the hosts of OSDIA Interviews Live. Joining me here is National President Bob Bianchi, and we're here to talk about the Grand Lodge History Project. Bob, what was the inspiration behind this video?
You know, Lisa, we have such a huge, prolific, and great organization that has a national organization, and underneath us are Grand Lodges, subordinate lodges, and local lodges. So we wanted to show the character of who we are across the entire spectrum of the United States, and all while we have the same common mission and the same goals of the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America. Each Grand Lodge and subordinate lodge has a different local flavor to it. So we feel it'd be a great idea to get out there and show people and show the world and show one another what each of us is doing. I'll note that this is the past administration of officers that we had in the 2019 and 21 term. Those officers have changed, but the history, Lisa, of the Grand Lodges that we are profiling hasn't. So I'm really excited about this project.
The Grand Lodge of California.
Our Grand Lodge was chartered in 1925, and our first state president was Eduardo Dinucci. We've had 32 state presidents, 5 national presidents, and our current president is John Costa. Our headquarters are in our building in San Francisco, and we have 4,000 members in 44 lodges, the oldest lodge being 98 years old.
The Grand Lodge of Colorado.
The Colorado Grand Lodge was formed in 1995 with only one lodge, the Denver Lodge. The Denver Lodge has been active since 1958 and was under the Grand Lodge of California prior to 1995. When Denver reached over 600 members, they formed the Grand Lodge of Colorado with support from Justice Frank J. Montemuro and then National President Joanne Strollo.
The Grand Lodge of Connecticut.
It all started in 1908, where members of Torrington, Connecticut came together to form the first local lodge, known as Concordia Lodge Number 20. I'm happy to report that Concordia is the oldest and active lodge still in the order today.
The Grand Lodge of Delaware.
I'm proud to say that our Italian roots go deep in this small state. Our Grand Lodge was chartered June 10th, 1923, in a section of the city of Wilmington known as Little Italy. Over the years, our Grand Lodge has been led by 14 state presidents. Our Grand Lodge is supported by 4 local lodges. Prince of Piedmont, one of the oldest in the OSDIA, was chartered back in 1916.
The Grand Lodge of Illinois and Wisconsin.
Our Grand Lodge was started in 1924. Wisconsin came in 2010. The oldest lodge we have is the Chicago Heights Lodge, 1430. We have 7 filial lodges at present with 516 members.
The Grand Lodge of Florida.
Our Grand Lodge, was formed February 8, 1953 from 2 lodges that originally were under Supreme, the La Nova Cecilia Lodge and the United Lodge, that were chartered in November 9, 1923. After they reached the 500 number, they were chartered under the Supreme as the Grand Lodge of Florida. We presently have 23 lodges across the state, ranging locations from the greater northwest of the Panhandle all the way down to the southernmost tip of Florida, Key West.
The Grand Lodge of Maryland.
On July 18th of this year, 2020, we celebrated our 100th anniversary as a Grand Lodge, which to me is a fantastic feat.
The Grand Lodge of Massachusetts.
Our Grand Lodge was first chartered on January 25th, 1914 in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. We have 29 presidents that have led our Grand Lodge. Our first state president was Saverio R. Romano. Currently, we have 51 lodges that comprise our Grand Lodge, with a total of 4,773 members.
The Grand Lodge of Nebraska.
Hello, my name is Deanna Micholi, and I am representing Dan Matuella, the current president of the State Lodge of Nebraska. In 1926, the first lodge was formed under the name Benito Mussolini Lodge, number 1419. Shortly after, in 1928, the lodge number 1492 was assigned. In 1929, the State Lodge of Nebraska was established. In 1954, heavyweight champion Rocky Marciano came to Omaha to cut the ribbon at the opening ceremony of the newly remodeled hall on 1238 South 10th Street in the Little Italy district of downtown Omaha.
The Grand Lodge of New Jersey.
The Grand Lodge was chartered in 1911. We currently have 25 lodges with around 200 men and women as members. We currently have 3 lodges that own their own buildings, one of which is my lodge, the Carl West Marina Lodge, number 2580 in Paulsboro, the home of champions, the largest lodge with around 275 members. Also, the Grand Lodge owns its own building and grounds in Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
The Grand Lodge of New York.
New York State was the first Grand Lodge, founded in 1911, 6 years after our order was founded in 1905. Our first Grand Venerable was Anthony J. Galata. We have 61 lodges with about 6,700 members. We are proud to have 10 lodges that have celebrated their 100th anniversary.
The Grand Lodge of the Northwest.
I am Rosetta Stella Beiersdorf, and I am the current state president for the Grand Lodge of the Northwest, which was originally known as the Grand Lodge of Washington, Idaho, and Oregon. The Grand Lodge was chartered in 1929. Before that, the Tacoma Lodge was founded in 1923 and was given the number of 1175, and it is known as the Mother Lodge of the Grand Lodge. We have 16 lodges in the Grand Lodge of the Northwest, and we have 1,152 members.
The Grand Lodge of Pennsylvania.
Happy to say that we have 21 very active lodges here in the state, one of which I believe, since it was started with the help of Dr. Vincenzo Sellaro, is probably one of the oldest in the order as well. In addition to that, we have the pleasure of hosting 3 additional lodges with over 100 to 107 years in the order, still active, several with their own buildings.
The Grand Lodge of Ohio.
The Grand Lodge of Ohio was chartered by the Supreme Lodge as the 6th Grand Lodge in the order in Cleveland on May 16, 1915. Ohio's first lodge, Guglielmo Marconi number 147, had been chartered in Cleveland that same year. In 1939, the Grand Lodge became a fraternal benefit society under Ohio law.
The Grand Lodge of Rhode Island.
Our lodge was founded in 1915 by an influential Italian immigrant, Antonio Capotosto. Presently, the Grand Lodge of Rhode Island has a little bit more than 700 members.
The Grand Lodge of Virginia.
The Grand Lodge of Virginia was installed on November 12, 1992. The Grand Lodge of Virginia comprises of 5 local lodges within the state of Virginia. And as we talk about our local lodges are always supporting their communities while displaying their Italian heritage.
The Grand Lodge of West Virginia.
I'm here representing Richard Viglianco, who is the state president of West Virginia's Sons and Daughters of Italy. West Virginia has a total of 6 active lodges, and when Richard first joined, they had well over 1,000 members. Morgantown is his own personal lodge, and when they recruited just one younger member, it snowballed into that member getting one other person interested, and so on and so forth. This is the momentum that Richard wants the other lodges in his state to go off of. In 2019, Morgantown celebrated its 100-year anniversary, becoming the oldest lodge in the state.
Albert Bellotti Lodge, 2540, Mesa, Arizona.
Hi, brothers and sisters. This is Mike Parmesano from the Bellotti Lodge, 2540. Bellotti Lodge was chartered in 1983 and was the Mesa Lodge. In 1990, the lodge was renamed Albert Bellotti Lodge, 2540, after Albert Bellotti, who worked tirelessly for the lodge. Today, Bellotti Lodge has 61 active members.
Myrtle Beach Lodge, 2662.
We were the first Sons of Italy Lodge chartered in South Carolina. In 1992, our first president was Leo Dorigo, and we have had 10 presidents since then. We currently have 400 members, which makes us the largest subordinate lodge in the country.
The Order Sons and Daughters of Italy of Canada.
The first Canadian lodge, Giuseppe Verdi, was established in 1915 in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. G. Verdi Lodge was started as a social club for Italian immigrants in 1914 by Father J.P. Martinez, a dedicated Catholic priest. By 1940, the order had 29 lodges across Ontario. After the Second World War, with the influx of new Italian immigrants, the order slowly rebuilt and rejuvenated, focusing more on social, cultural, and charitable activities. The Order's Sons and Daughters of Italy has grown in strength and numbers since that time, with lodges now across Canada.
Subordinate Lodge of Rome.
Titolo di Roma OSDIA Lodge was built in 2020 and with a consistency of 25 members. For us, the Italian Americans and the Americans of Italian descent are a great capital of relations. We are very proud to be in this organization, and we would like to exchange value with every other lodge in the United States.
And there you have it, just some of the great things that we do at the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy in America, where our men and women have raised tens of millions of dollars for charities of all sorts, raised money for scholarships, and go out into the community making a difference. If you are interested in joining the Order Sons and Daughters of Italy, no matter how young or how old, you can either have an at-large membership where you can join online, or you can join a local chapter and lodge, or even a Grand Lodge. All you got to do is go to www.osia.org and see all the membership benefits you get and how you can join as a member. This organization started in 1905. I am so proud to be the national president and have been given the trust to move this organization forward, and we hope you can be a part of it as well. And why not? Join our social media platforms on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. And don't forget to go to our YouTube channel, Sons and Daughters of Italy in America, and hit that subscribe button. Hope to see you.